Guys, it's Vivian. Okay, so I've been telling you guys and been meaning to do this since the first time I made a video. I realized I haven't shown you guys my altar or my witchy room or any of that. So I have a couple minutes before I have to go get my son from camp, and my daughter's upstairs on the computer, so I figured I might as well do it now because I was organizing my herbs anyway. Well, this is my altar. It's kind of not that glamorous right now. After Summerfest, I did my ritual outside, and it was all beautiful and stuff, but then I had to move it back inside, because, like I told you guys before, we live with my mom, so she is the complete opposite of pagan, so to speak. I guess it's the nice way of putting it. This is my altar. There's my beautiful statue of Diana. I don't actually have a statue for Diana's or Janus yet, but I got this over Christmas, and I just thought it was perfect. It's deer horns, and I don't know. I just, as soon as I saw it, I was just like, oh yeah, I'm using that as a symbol of the god for now. So that's my symbol. There's my fennel, because Summerfest, it's the battle between light and darkness, between the Balandati and the Malandati. So I have that. My sorghum is gone already. There's my offering to the god and goddess for the ritual. This is my athame, or what I call it a spirit blade. Okay, if you see, oh god, focus, that looks terrible. Hold on, let me see if I can do this easier. There we go. If you see, it's so dark. Okay, it's beautiful in a way. It's kind of looks like Medusa, but you can't really see it but then there's like the angel wings and like the horns, and oh, it's so dark. Sorry. There we go. Okay. I got this and it looks like a drip of blood. That's supposed to be there. And when I first saw this, I got this at an antique shop, and they had it as a geisha knife. And it was far away. It was like up in a case, so I couldn't see that. I was like, yeah, I just want the geisha. I don't know why, but I was called to it. And I was like, I don't know why, because it's geisha. But then when I got it and I looked at it, it's missing a little green crystal thing there. But that's okay. And I got it, and then I looked at it. I was like, wait a minute. That is not her hair. That is the back. It's the scenery. I thought it was a geisha. And I looked at her, and I was like, okay, she's not a geisha. She's a witch. She's got the chalice. She's got, just look at it. And then right here, you can obviously tell looking up close, she's obviously not a geisha. See, there's a little crystal thingy. So, yeah, when I was like, I don't know why I love this so much. And I know, originally you're supposed to have a black handled knife, but this works just fine for me, and it's beautiful. I can't imagine doing my work without this. This was one of the first tools I got. And then, hold on. It is just beautiful. Sorry, it's kind of black and dirty. And then right there, it's got a little design. It's just, I love it. I love, love, love my spirit blade. Here's my little offering bowl. This is my little bag of dried rue for my dedication. It's the symbol of the witch. There's some of my crystals. I have crystals with me all the time. Amber, fire agate, citrine, another citrine, orange calcite, cornelian for Summerfest. And then that's, okay, it's not like, it's a besom, obviously, but I got it. It was around Christmas time. It's one of those cinnamon brooms. I've never used it. I don't use it. I want to make my own, but I just have it, and I was like, there's just something about it. Okay, and this is my wand. I make my own wands. I've made this one, and I'm actually going to make my own Etsy shop, because I love to make wands. It's something that I do. I'm about to start making a couple more for me for a couple different things, and I had to go over it with Sharpie, which doesn't look that great, but so those are the symbol of the Strega. Yeah, I had to go over it with Sharpie. It does not look that great. It was nice when I carved it, but Yeah, so when I make my own watch, I'm not gonna just do it with Sharpie. I had to do it because of the oil I put on it. It messed it up, and yeah, so that was like an aftermath kind of thing. So when I make my own, or when I make more and I'm gonna make my own shop, they will look a lot better, I promise. Yeah, and I got my feathers and my little leopard print uh, ribbon, or leather, sorry. Brain lapse. So yeah, that's like my Sabbath altar, working altar, whatever you want to call it. Here's my circle in the ground. I have some crystals right there. I'm working a lot with my ancestors and I'm working with Raven Gramasi's book, The Cauldron of Memory. I mean, he didn't tell you to do that, but it's something I'm working with the elven and the fairy contacts right now, so I felt like those stones helped me connect. It resonated with me good to help me connect with them. Here's my little case. This is like my meditation altar area, I guess you could say. My big old abalone shell. I got this at Michael's for $6. Here's just some good smelling beads. Pentacle I made, or pentagram I made. I can't see, you can't see. Somebody made this for me and gave it to me like over a Christmas swap. They made this ashtray specifically for smudging, and I got it as a present. I thought it was so cute, so I kept it. I might actually have to use it for an actual ashtray though, because we don't have any. But because it's beautiful. And there's my little tiny Buddha, and then my big Buddha. And then yeah, when I first started, this was the chest I had all my stuff in. And it just got more and more, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. Here's my oils. You can't really see. There's a couple sitting on top that I use, like my Witch's Sight oil, Memory Dream oil, candles. There's some other stuff, some more oils, a big jar that I'm not sure what I'm going to use for. One of my talking boards, you can't see, it's too dark, but one of my talking boards and a couple other things are just under there. Okay, this is my Diana altar. Here's the blue cobalt blue bowl. The mirror of Diana, like from Lake Nemi, a representation of her. And then I have my spirit animal, Black Panther, and that's a snowflake obsidian. And then I have this one, which is green quartz. I think it's green quartz. Yeah, it's so dark in this room. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's Black Panther too. And then one of my pentagram necklace charms, or pentacles, sorry, you know, the 3 phases. And then that's her candle. I found this at the Goodwill. Look at this. And Diana is very connected to the sea because she's the goddess of the moon. And so I just thought this was perfect. It's a candle holder, and it was already decorated like this, and it's all pretty, and there's candle wax dripping all over it. And there's her little offering shell, and another shell, and then there's that's a wolf bone, because she's connected with wolves, and a fox bone, because I am very connected with foxes. I don't know, I talked about it a little bit before. And then there's a deer because of the stag, but I didn't have a stag, and I used the baby that goes with this for Yule, and so it's, yeah. And then here's another candle, and it's got full of seashells in it, and this candle actually came with this and a bunch of other shells we had. And then here's my seer stone, just clear quartz. And then a bunch of walnut shells, some sea glass, a moonstone right there. And then this, I found a bunch of these at the ocean. It's a shell, and it's got completely holes. And I want to do some research on this. Okay, like I know you all probably know what a holy stone is. Well, every time I go to the beach, and I've been looking for an actual holy stone, sorry, that's sea glass, for a really long time, for like 3 years, maybe more than that, and I can't find any. But every time I go to the beach, I find shells with just natural holes in them. Like these are like at least like 5 of them right here when I made her circle. And they're always like little shells, and you always can see perfectly through them. And so I'm going to do some research on that and see if that is the same thing, if it can count, you know what I mean? So, because, I don't know, for some reason I am being drawn to be like, okay, I can't find a holy stone, but I have a holy shell. And like I've said before, water and the sea, I'm very, very, very into the sea and, you know, into the moon. And it's very strong power for me. Okay, and I wanted to show you guys this. And I don't know, okay, see this? No, I don't know. No, I'm looking at it through my phone. I guess it kind of looks like Africa, but I found this. I don't remember where I was. I think I was at the waterfall down the street from our house. And when I saw it, the first thing that came to my mind is it looked like a vagina. And I know, it's so funny, but it does. It just, for me, for some reason, I was like, oh my God, that looks like a vagina. But I don't know, in a way, it kind of does look like a male genitalia too. I don't know if you can say penis or anything on here, but I guess it kind of, but for some reason, when you really look at it, it looks longer for some reason on the camera phone. But when I picked it up, I was like, that will remind me of vagina. And so I got it and I put it on my Diana altar. So she's, you know, goddess and female. And yeah, so a whole bunch of walnut shells up there and more regular shells and good stuff. Okay. Okay, and this, I've talked about it before. This is amazing.